While the saying death is inevitable is widely accepted, it turns out that the Bible does mention some individuals who never experienced death. Many might initially consider Jesus as an example, but according to the Gospels, a core belief of Christianity is that Jesus died before his resurrection. However, the Bible names three individuals who never experienced death. The third person is the subject of one of the biggest mysteries in the Bible. 1. Enoch. The first man in the Bible said to have never died was one of Adam's descendants, not from Cain or Abel, but from Adam and Eve's third son. He was also Noah's great-grandfather and bore lineage to other notable figures in the Bible. In an era where God had not yet set a 120-year life limit, as mentioned in Genesis 6:3, many individuals lived well beyond a century. However, Enoch defied expectations. He became a father at 65 and ultimately lived to the ripe age of 365. During this tumultuous period before the Great Flood, most people didn't walk faithfully with God, choosing instead a crooked path of sin. Yet Enoch stood out by walking faithfully with God and developing a profound relationship with him. In Genesis 5:22 and 24, we read, "Enoch walked with God, then he was no more because God took him." This passage indicates Enoch's close bond with God and the extraordinary fact that God chose to bring him to heaven without him experiencing physical death. Luke mentions Enoch in his list of Jesus' ancestors in Luke 3:37, tracing back to Adam. Hebrews 11 also commends Enoch for his great faith. By faith, Enoch was taken from this life so that he did not experience death. He could not be found because God had taken him away. For before he was taken, he was commended as one who pleased God. Hebrews 11:5-6. Enoch's life is a powerful testament to faith, obedience, and truthfulness, which pleased God to such an extent that he chose to take Enoch from this earthly realm. 2. Elijah. Perhaps the most well-known biblical figure who did not die was a prophet during the reign of King Ahab and Queen Jezebel in Israel. Known for his boldness in denouncing idolatry, Elijah performed many miracles, including calling down fire from heaven to prove that the God of Israel was the true God. 2 Kings 1:10-12. The story of Elijah's departure is dramatic. Elisha, Elijah's assistant, was forewarned of the event. On the day chosen by God, Elijah and Elisha crossed the Jordan River on dry ground after Elijah struck the water with his cloak. Suddenly, a fiery chariot with fiery horses appeared and separated them, and Elijah ascended to heaven in a whirlwind. 2 Kings 2:11. This miraculous event solidified Elijah's place as a unique figure in biblical history. 3. Melchizedek. Few mysteries in the Bible have attracted more interest than the identity of Melchizedek. He is widely considered to be one of the most enigmatic figures in Scripture. Melchizedek is first mentioned in Genesis 14 as the king of Salem and priest of God Most High. He blessed Abraham after Abraham rescued his nephew Lot from captivity. Abraham gave Melchizedek a tithe of everything. Key details about Melchizedek. His name means king of righteousness. He was king of Salem, meaning peace. He had no recorded father, mother, or genealogy, and no record of his birth or death. The New Testament draws parallels between Melchizedek and Jesus Christ. Hebrews 7:3 describes Melchizedek as being without father or mother, without genealogy, without beginning of days or end of life, resembling the Son of God. He remains a priest forever. This has led some to believe Melchizedek was a pre-incarnate appearance of Jesus Christ. Others argue that the author of Hebrews spoke figuratively, emphasizing Melchizedek's unique priesthood as a type of Christ. While debates about Melchizedek's identity continue, what remains clear is the Bible's focus on Jesus as the ultimate high priest, who perfectly fulfilled the role Melchizedek symbolized.